Hello there guys, welcome to Dinos Vault. Welcome to another first ride review of the BMW F900XR. Looks absolutely kick-ass and looks scorching hot. So whether the scorching hot looks translate into scorching hot ride feel, now that was something I was really interested to find out. So let's not waste any more time, let's get started with this review.
You gotta rise, call it an ice. I see the fire deep in your eyes. People are spreading all of them lies, but you gotta make it, cause you gotta preach it, that's every time.
So this is BMW's answer to the middleweight machines currently available in our market. This is the first time BMW have offered something in this price range here in India, and boy have they nailed it. Say hello to the F900XR, the Berlin-built adventure tourer from BMW Motorrad that almost comes across as a different breed, something new in the segment that we haven't experienced before. Let's start with the design. The bike derives its design inspiration from the S1000XR, but this one sure does look more futuristic and fresh. The LED lights look absolutely awesome. The quarter fairing is just about perfect with sharp lines and fine edges. I love the twin-port exhaust muffler, and the 6.5-inch full-color TFT console is downright stunning and beautiful. Please do watch my detailed walk-around video of the 900XR where I list out the differences between the 900R and the XR and also run you through the user interface of the Speedo console. Please note that the model featured here is the Pro variant with all the bells and whistles like dynamic ESA or electronic suspension adjustment, quick shifter with an auto blipper and other electronic aids on board. We also get an optional equipment package called Riding Modes Pro, which includes features like ABS Pro, dynamic traction control, motor slip regulation and dynamic brake control. So how the dynamic brake control works is that it further reduces drive torque while braking for immediate and controlled braking efficacy, thereby reducing the braking distance and bringing the bike to a quick halt. Now MSR or motor slip regulation works in conjunction with slipper clutch. On high grip surfaces, the slipper clutch prevents the rear wheel from locking and hopping while doing faster downshifts. Whereas on low grip surfaces, the MSR adjusts engine braking by balancing engine RPM and prevents the rear wheel from locking up. A slipper clutch is a mechanical aid, whereas MSR comes courtesy of ride-by-wire technology and is an electronic aid. So the MSR more or less complements the work of a slipper clutch and further aids it, especially when we find ourselves on wet road conditions. And then of course we have dynamic ESA or electronic suspension adjustment that we all know can raise and lower the suspension at the flick of a button. Now powering the bike is a parallel twin dual overhead camshaft liquid cooled fuel injected 895cc engine that puts out a max power of 105 bhp at 8500 rpm and a max torque of 92 Newton meters at 6500 rpm. We get a 6-speed gearbox. Now please note that this is the same engine from the 850GS where the bore has been increased by 2 mm to boost the engine capacity. Also we get a 90-degree crank pin offset and a 270 by 450 degree firing interval to mimic the rumble and the growl of a boxer twin, and even the torquey nature of the engine reminds us of the boxer twins and the V-twins. And then we have the dual balancer shafts on board to cancel out all the vibrations as well. The torque is more apparent between 4000 to 7000 rpm, and you can almost literally launch yourself at will by bringing the throttle wide open. Now performing suspension duties are 43 mm USD forks up front, but these are non-adjustable. We do get a rear monoshock with dynamic ESA. Also, this being classified as an adventure tourer, we get good amount of suspension travel. We get 170 mm of travel up front and 172 mm of travel at the back. We also do get a slipper clutch on board, and we get adjustable levers for the clutch and brake. Talking about the brakes, we get Brembo brakes with dual 320 mm discs up front with radially mounted calipers. At the back, we get a single 264 mm disc with a single piston floating caliper. Seat height is 825 mm, which is manageable for a person my size, around 5 feet 7 inches. Tank capacity is 15.5 liters. which is again decent enough. Now price as listed on the Indian site starts from 10.5 lakhs ex-showroom for the standard variant, and to know the exact on-road price here in Hyderabad, please feel free to call the number mentioned in the description portion below. So now that I've given you guys a quick overview, let's go ahead and check out my ride reaction.
I absolutely love the 6.5-inch full color TFT console. It not only looks gorgeous, has all the information that you can hope for. It shows around 268 kilometers range, more than sufficient to finish this road test. So let's get started with my acceleration test. Very intense and very stable for that matter, and that's what BMW would like to highlight about this motorcycle. They say it's a long distance tourer combined with the sporty agility and nimble handling of a naked sport bike. So that is what makes it so compact, so different, a completely different breed altogether. You look at it, one look at it is all it takes for you to identify the sprightly nature that this motorcycle has on offer. It's absolutely a firecracker in this red hot attire. It looks scorching hot, hotter than the hottest supermodel out there, but with the quarter fairing and the sharp design, sharp cuts and creases, really modern design language, and I absolutely fell in love with it the first time I saw it. And with the long travel suspension, you can do this all day long. Just ride over the speed breakers without having to stop. But BMW claimed that this is not a proper off-roading machine. It does offer long travel suspension with 170 mm of travel up front and 172 mm of suspension travel at the back. You get chunky 43 mm upside down forks to offer that brilliant front end feel and the reassurance while tackling corners. It gives you the assurance, it gives you the confidence of putting your knee down. That's how good it is in terms of following the line that you have chosen through the corner, allowing you to maintain the right direction of travel through a corner. And stiffer suspension, you can see, wow, beautiful. The stiffer suspension, it doesn't bother you all that much. You don't feel that it needs to be softer or something. It gives you ample amount of comfort. The saddle is well designed. In fact, you have a slot to actually park your butt. I mean, you have a butt slot here because it supports your butt when you sit back on the seat. Having a comfortable saddle is a must for a long distance tourer, and this one doesn't disappoint. Well laid out seat. It is not too soft because you need to understand that overly soft seats tend to give you a butt ache after long rides. This is the right kind of consistency. It might feel a little hard to begin with, but once you start riding, it gives you a really comfortable feel, and nice upright seating posture, nice wide handlebar, and the brilliant dash. You can keep looking at it all day long, but you need to focus on the road ahead instead of falling in love with this beautiful looking TFT console. You have this jog dial. You can easily navigate through the menu using the menu button. Now, with the kind of confidence this bike gives me, I feel we can do a bit of moderate off-roading, but it comes with Michelin Road 5 tires. These are regular street tires or road tires, so you cannot do extreme off-roading, but a little bit of throwing around some dirt here and there, dirt patches or dirt roads, I think it can easily handle effortlessly. And then of course you also have a steering damper that's placed concealed underneath the handlebar, so that prevents the kickback effect or prevents a tank slapper, just in case you pull off a wheelie and you don't land it properly. It ensures the stability of the steering or the handlebar is taken care of because of the steering damper on board. And then you have the mode switch right here. So can we switch the, yeah, we can switch the riding modes on the go. You have road and you have rain. You also have dynamic and dynamic pro, so that I think it's an optional add-on. I absolutely love the fit and finish on this bike. Just look at it. It's Berlin built, all right, and there's no cost cutting evident anywhere. You get Brembo brakes, 4-piston radially mounted calipers, 43mm USD forks. Silencer looks awesome. The design is absolutely fresh and out of this world. It has that a little bit of XR 1000 design inspiration, but this one looks far more modern and contemporary and futuristic to my taste. Look at the radiator. It's just next level stuff. So the rumble feels similar to that of a Boxer twin. They say they purposely given it 270 by 450 degree firing order with 90 degree crank pin offset, such that it sounds like a Boxer twin, but it comes with dual balancer shafts to cancel out the vibrations as well, and that's why it's really, whoa, the way the torque is delivered, it's really torquey. And riding through the city streets, not much of a fun, to be honest, in the lower RPMs. But let's check its low RPM, how far it can manage without snapping out. Just doing 17 kilometers per hour in second gear, and it is pulling cleanly, it is not snapping out. And let's just shift up, third gear, going slowly at 23-24. There is a little bit of a hiccup, but it's not too bad. You can maybe ride at around 30 kilometers per hour, very gently, smoothly, slowly, just enjoying the gentle breeze, the kiss from Mother Nature, and it won't snap out on you. So that's a good thing. So maybe they have added a low RPM assist on this, though they have not made any claims, so it doesn't snap out on you even while turning or reducing the speed in higher gear. If you're caught in lower speeds, there is a little bit of jerkiness, but it's not too bothersome. So that's about the low speed management. And then of course, if you want the revs to climb, just twist the throttle, baby. You can ride it through the city. We came riding the bike through the city. There was not much of a heat issue, but if you're really caught up in bumper to bumper traffic, you never know, because these are higher capacity bikes. My Duke 390 itself used to heat up, so this one is a 900cc bike at the end of the day, so you can excuse that thing, because these are really higher capacity motorcycles. Now the best part is the windshield is adjustable on the fly. See, one hand, easy adjustable on the fly. And let's keep it here, and it really fends off the wind blast effortlessly. But what a machine! Let me cut down the speed. Oh, this is so intense. I've always loved these inline 4s and inline 3s because of that silky smooth refinement that they offer, and that kind of a kick that you derive when you rev the throttle. I mean, when you rev the engine and twist the throttle, and the engine just comes alive. But this is a different kind of intensity. This is a different kind of adrenaline rush that you'll feel on this because it's very raw. Another good thing is I love the way the quick shifter works. It's so smooth even when you're shifting up while doing insane speeds. You're shifting up at around 160, 170 and it's like buttery smooth, just clicks. See? Wow, so good. And you also get auto blipper, which again works seamlessly as well. So let me quickly demonstrate how the cruise control on this bike works. So you're doing around 65 kilometers per hour. You want to set the cruise control, just click the button. You can see it's there, and you can just set the cruise control at 68, and I've taken my hand off the throttle, and you can just cruise at 68 kilometers per hour until you turn it off. So that's how beautiful this bike is. It's so effortless to ride and so effortless to maneuver and steer even in city traffic, and that's the best part about this bike. Effortless riding, completely fatigue free riding experience that this bike has on offer. And to turn off cruise control, all you need to do is flick the switch and you're back in control of the throttle. So that was a quick demonstration of cruise control on the BMW F900XR. And I'm so glad BMW have gotten the formula bang on. So this concludes my review. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Until then, take care, God bless, and ride safe.
You got a rise, call it an ice. I see the fire deep in your eyes. People are spreading all of them lies, but you gotta make it, cause you gotta preach it, that's every time.